While taking user input, one thing is very important. Store your information in a consistent format. Here's what I mean. When I'm building my movie collection dictionary or whatever database I'm trying to create, I want to ensure that information stored in a database is always consistent. So for example, if I have this movie collection database and let's say one of the components is movie title, so I'm creating variable movie title and I'm going to accept the input from the user. I'll say, hey, enter movie title. When I do that in this format, one time I can type in movie title like this with a lowercase. Another time I forgot what I wanted to do and maybe I will do something like this, Super 8. I'll have complete inconsistency in my database. I want to ensure that every time information is kept in the dictionary or whatever variable, it's going to be always the same. So I'm going to enforce, so whatever is typed in is a string, and now after that the method lower open close parenthesis is going to make it a lowercase. So look what I mean. If I type in Super 8 this way, it's always going to be stored in the lowercase, irrespective of what I do. If I want to display that in different formats, here's your choices. So Super 8 print movie title. Super 8 is stored as a lowercase, but I can always display that by doing string, that's the variable movie title, dot, let's say, upper, open close parentheses. If I do that, it's going to display that this way. If I go for title, only the first letter of each word is going to be capitalized. And this way I can enforce the consistency while entering data, and at the same time I can manipulate that and use it in a different format later. So the last thing I'm going to do in this somewhat incomplete but working project is to ensure a consistency in a database when it comes to upper and lower case. The problem is that the user can type in when entering data into the database using lowercase, uppercase, maybe a mix of both, which would make this code harder to maintain and make harder for me to actually search through the database. So I have decided to enforce lowercase whenever the user is entering data. This is accomplished with the input function that now is going to be making everything user types in a lowercase. If I search my code through and look for the lower with parentheses, I'm going to see every time the user is typing something in, it's going to be made a lowercase. This dot lower parentheses is going to ensure that. Whenever I do that, the variables will hold a lowercase, whatever the user is going to type in, upper, lower, mix of both. So every user's input is now going to be stored in a lowercase. While displaying though, I decided to go for title string method, which makes the first letter of each word stored as a string an uppercase. So here's the first occurrence. So whenever I present the value of the dictionary, it's going to be title. And another one is here. I've also decided to present genre in lowercase as a separate lines in the output. Here's what it looks like. If I type in Python 3 movie collection, if I display, it's all using the title. Another one, find movie title. I can type in now a mix of upper and lowercase, doesn't matter. It's gonna find the right movie and present with the appropriate format. This is the current output. So genre is now presented in a separate line as a lowercase because it's a bit easier, less complex at this point. The most important thing though is that the code actually works. I can create my movie database